Hey, welcome back to our series at City Skylines on PlayStation 4. This is Dresdale, and thanks for watching. In the last episode, we kind of did some fishery stuff. We hopefully explained relatively understandably. Hopefully you understood it. You know how the fishing works, how to get your routes kind of going and becoming efficient, and you know how to don't drop things at the same time, and how that's going to affect our Industries DLC later on, and that'll be clarified when we do the Industries DLC. And some of the stuff about unemployment, and why I'm shooting for a 4% unemployment rate, and some zoning and how we can kind of build these like modular almost apartment buildings by picking the buildings that we like and making it work. Reminds me we had one way over here. We didn't want to get out of control. I think this is the max level. Yep. So nothing we can do about that one. He's not leveling up. Now you gotta go through the system. Oh, wait, the game was paused. That's why. If it was like an hour, but in the game it was like 5 minutes because we had paused the game for the most part because we're getting up to our cemetery limit. We still got like 1,000 to go, but we've been zoning and like the deaths are gonna like climb as we go. So that number is like, oh, it's like 1,000. It's been like so many hours and we only got to 2,000. So we got like, no, it's like exponential, right? So the longer you go, the more deaths you're going to have because the more you had people coming in and they're aging. I hope that makes sense, but that's what's going to happen. So he's at 97 here. So we're getting better. So for those of you who maybe just tuned into this one because I labeled it a certain way and you're like, oh, I want to watch this. We did the routing using this route tool here. And the first time we did it, we were like about two times bigger than we needed to be, so our boats were like hauling butt to get back to the dock, and this is a very inefficient route. So now we're like about a segment too inefficient, so we need to like maybe delete like this and connect here, and it's going to be pretty close. That's a bad turn, isn't it? Oh, sometimes I hit that button. So what we'll do is just do that, and then we'll just bring this. Maybe like I like the curvy tool. It's nice. Well, I always say curvy, so it's called freeform. This is actually called curve. So I'll probably get a lot of hate from that. So sorry if I'm confusing people. I always call this the angled curve tool because it's like it makes like I feel like it makes angles. So it holds like an angle. It's probably not I guess you would call it the inflection point is stationary, whereas this one, the inflection point's free floating and it maintains kind of like the arc that you make. So it's like it'll make a perfect circle in theory, I suppose, a perfect arc. Whereas this one might be, now you can't even draw on land, and you can't see it because it's green on green. Yeah, see that corner post piece? Where the two dotted lines come together, it'll stay there. Right, so you can make like unsymmetrical, I guess, curves. Whereas this one, that moves, right? You see it, that point of inflection, where like the turn is, kind of like that's like the peak of your turning spot. That's like, or the center probably of your turn. That moves. So it tries to maintain as best it can, I guess, like an actual like smooth curve that's like symmetrical. All right. So I always call that the curve tool, and the other one the angle tool, but it's really a free form and curve. So sorry. I've probably been saying that for like 20 episodes. I don't think I have 20 episodes out, but I've been saying that for a while. It's just the way I am. I'm sorry. Alright, let's try that. And these guys, see how inefficient these guys are. So we were super inefficient. We had twice as much line as we needed. And now we're getting there. So this one might be pretty good. Let's see if we get there. And if you get to like 98%, you can try and mess around with it. But if you're like the ultimate precision optimizer kind of person, but this one looks like it's going to be a done deal here. We're gonna hit like 99 at the dock. Yep. I'm not gonna mess with. Oh, we hit 100. Perfect. That's the perfect line. You've seen it here, folks. First time ever done on City Skylines. We have a perfect routing line. Perfect line. We'll see it again in all its glory. There we go. We need like a countdown. Drop like the ball like on New Year's. 91, 92, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Oh, not quite perfect. It was like 99 and just kind of like it was like 99.9 and they didn't round me up. Man, what's up with that? You know, it cheated me on my last little percent, but you get the picture. I'm not going to try and get a 1%. Okay. That's good. This one might be 100% a little early. Maybe it's perfect. Who knows? Let's see. After I talked all that game here and now we're, come on, don't be, well, we're 99. But that's what you're shooting for. And you can tinker with it as much as you feel like to your heart's content. You know, spend all day trying to get that 1% right. Or you can just say, yeah, 98 is good enough. Or it's 100 and it's got like, you know, he's at 100 and he's like right just before the dock and he's like, would be like 104. That's good enough. 7, 98, 99, 100 here. So like this, so a perfect example. Do we really want to like tinker with the line to get like that last 3%? Or we can say, you know, we could say, nah, that's good. And then we just let it run. And this guy's not producing a whole lot because these aren't producing a whole lot. So maybe we'll put another one in. Maybe we'll do a farm. We probably should have done a farm here. And then another fishing here. That way we can get the route spread out. Because like I said before in the last one, you can't overlap. You cannot overlap these or cross these. It's like the Ghostbusters. You can't cross the streams. So, nope. Invalid shape. And I can't do it. No. Oh, wait. Maybe you can. Am I a liar? What's that going to do? Is that going to destroy my line? I don't know. Let's try it. Oh, here. Oh, I lied. Shoot, I just learned something new about that. Well, there you go. You've seen it here first. 1, I'm a liar. And 2, you can cross them. You just can't connect them, I guess. It's always like, was like here and then like went like that. And it said, nope, nice try. And I was like, oh, I guess you can't cross these. You can't like make multiple pieces off them. See? So I was like, oh, I guess you can't cross them. And it would do that. And I was like, yeah, well, I guess you can't cross them. But you can. You just got to go through them. Well, there you go. I guess I'll have to, no, my last video, you'll have to watch this one. Or downvote me, or give me nasty comments, or whatever. How it goes on YouTube. But, you know. So I apologize there for misinformation. But we figured it out together. So that was nice. Our buses. Oh, we should check our buses. We haven't checked it looked in on them in a while. I don't think I saved the game in a while. I'll save over that. That's fine. I could have not saved and redid the whole video, but that's like an hour worth of my time. To just fix the whole correction of. I can put it in the description below. And people won't read it and give me hate anyway. Or no one will watch any of my videos and then I don't even want to worry about it. So let's see. I just had like a Swiss cheese brain here. What are we doing? We're doing buses. Alright, let's take a look at our bus routes. He's doing actually pretty good. We might be able to take one bus. Oh, no, never mind. He's got the 30 and a 30. And a 68. Where's that at? So he probably could benefit from one extra bus. Can we get another bus on this line? Oh, it's like 3. So, this is the sad thing about this system with the percents. I mean, I guess they do it. Maybe it makes it easier for them to calculate the budgets and stuff on the final panel. So it makes it easy on Paradox. I think as a developer to, you know, like I said, figure this out. But it sucks for us because, you know, it goes from like 9 to 11 to 14 to there's like an in between, right? And so it always is the case, because you don't, when it works, you don't notice it works, but it's always is the case like this that you'll notice this, and you'll be like, all I need is 12 buses, and it's giving me 14, and 14 is too many, you know. And what do you do? So what you can do, which I don't really recommend, because that's going to be a pain in the butt. We never did this, so I talked about this like 20 episodes ago, that we should remember to do this when we got high density, and we've had high density probably for like 4 episodes, and we didn't do that, so we did that now, so I guess we're happy. Make a little bit more money. You can go into the main panel here, and you can adjust the, you know, the bus budget here, and that'll affect how many buses you have on your lines here. So it'll, like, you can adjust it down, and maybe this number will go from 11 to 10, and then when you hit the click it up again, maybe it goes to 12, so then it goes up by 2. That's a lot of work, because you might have 30 bus lines, okay? So it's going to adjust everything, like all the bus lines. I mean, some of them maybe it might not, because it happens to fall in like a weird range where, like, adjusting like the main budget by like 15% doesn't move the number, because maybe it's at 2, it's not going to move it to 1. You know, if you down it to like 85% or something like that. But then you have a bus that lane, and like this one that maybe has 10, and it goes down to like 7. And then you gotta go, oh man, what was I at? I don't remember. So then you gotta take screenshots with your cell phone, all this like page here, you know, maybe sort it by a certain way and take your screenshot and look at it, because I've done this because I wanted to try it. Take a screenshot. Okay, this route 1 has 12, 2, 6, 6. Okay, and then you do the adjustment and you see which ones get messed up. And then there's always, sometimes there's dead space, and you'll definitely notice that on like some of the trains and metro, where you can have like one metro at 100%. You can dial it down to 5 and still have one metro. Dial it down to 5%. It might as well be cheaper just for the same amount, right? So, and we'll talk about that and show that an example of that when we get in that situation. Buses is not so much like that, but the bigger transportation, you'll definitely notice that, and you'll bump it up like 4 or 5 times to like 200%, and you'll just get like one vehicle. Then you'll bump it up to like 350 and you get like the 3rd vehicle. But like, so like you wouldn't want to go to like 300% to get to second. You know, you could bump it back to like the minimum you need to get that next vehicle. Hopefully that makes some sense. Okay, so that's, to me, it's a little impractical, and I wish they would let you just like adjust the actual number instead of the percent. You know, instead of saying 11, I could actually hit X and hit, like, you know, just like you adjust the numbers on the amount people pay to get in your park, right? You hover over it and you hit the up arrow, down arrow, or whatever. It should be like a number of buses box, and you hit up and you can get 12 buses, and you hit down and you get 10 buses. But I guess that makes it more difficult on their side to calculate what the actual expense is versus because of the percent. I don't know. I don't know the math behind what they're doing, but that's my guess, my best guess, I suppose. Now we were looking at buses, talking about lines, and so what are we gonna do? I don't know. We'll probably just let this bus line run like it is, and because the 14 is gonna be too many. I don't want 14 buses on this line. We could upgrade the tram and go to like probably like 4 tram, and that would handle the load if we want to go through trams. And we could look at it, see if our bike lanes and stuff are affected, and maybe just bite the dust and do it. I do think I want to run tram back here. We're going to actually do a tram in between the blocks. You can kind of see that. It's kind of cool. So the trams aren't on the road. That's pretty nice. And so they're not like, even they don't affect the traffic other than when they cross like the little side streets. I had a really nice tram line that we wound through like a huge high density area that was like all behind them, tree lined and everything. Maybe I'll show it to you guys one time so you can kind of just get a picture of like kind of things you can do when you leave gaps like this behind buildings. You can fill it with like mass transit. You know, it kind of looks cool. You can line it with trees if you leave enough room. Put some fences up, some street lights. I call them street lights, but you know, just lighting. You know, a couple rocks and stuff. And like I said, looks nice coming through the trees. use different tree sizes so like it looks like a little tree tunnel that they're coming through. Just like we did with the bikes over here. Imagine like a nice tram line coming through here. Might look kind of cool, right? And it pops out to like a clearing with a couple rocks, a couple small trees, little bushes that are nice and colorful. There you go. You can sit there and watch the ride for like 10 minutes while you're drinking your cup of coffee thinking, man, that looks pretty cool. Alright. We'll go back to adjusting the buses. And this is actually a pretty popular line. I usually don't like my bus routes to have that many people on it, like 230 passengers a week. Usually like 150 is like a good limit for me, because I'm just like, all right, now it's time to put trams in. And I like the trams because they go ding 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 when they get to the stops, and just I just like trams. I don't know, they look cool to me. But yeah, you might not have trams, so you might be like, I'm not putting a metro in the middle of my residential area because it's a lot of noise. Although you could probably put it near like these like in heat. This spot here wouldn't be too bad. So we just adjust that one down to 2, and this one is well behind. See, 300 people. This is probably the end of that gate. Because I remember, no, our park's on fire that we're not going to put out for a while. So that would keep happening. So you can just keep it like that if you want, but then people will just like get in their pocket car and drive if they're not waiting too long. But I mean, it's not efficient, it's not moving people around, and these people aren't spending money at our stores and shopping. So you might get some like, I don't got customers. Oh, that's because they're all waiting at this bus stop, getting on these buses that only have 30 people capacity. So we have space between the buses. You see how this one's like not even at the stop yet, and that one's well past the stop. So we could put more buses on the line in terms of, not causing big backups, and maybe that's what we'll do for now. And then we'll do an episode on trams, and we'll put a tram here because it's not. See how fast that's going up? Hey, that bus ain't gonna keep up. So I don't know what we're at, 6. Maybe we'll put like. Ooh, see, now we're at the 9 to 12. So we'll put 9. And we'll watch them come out of our depot if we like. There they are. We put the depot over here, so they would do that. Make a left-hand turn because we're on left-hand turn driving. So right-hand turn for most of us in the U.S. here. Well, all of us in the U.S. It's not like there's a state that's like left-hand driving. That would be really weird. You're like driving down the highway and it has to like switch over. What do? Take your steering wheel and plug it in on the other side? That would be pretty crazy, huh? Oh no, we have that in Europe, man. You don't take the steering wheel off. If they make the car, the steering wheel's in the middle. I hate you. I'm sorry. I'm just making a joke. I'm just trying to keep it light, man. We're having fun watching these things drive around, looking at these Sims moving. So these two could probably be tram lines. It's not high enough density to be a metro. I mean, it could maybe. It was like one metro car, but I mean, if you like metro, go for it. I'm not going to tell you not to put metro in. So now we went down to 2, and he built up a little bit, you see. And I knew that was going to happen because before, when we adjusted this, we didn't have these residents in, and now there's a stop here. So, and we can see our other bus. That's this bus. That's probably the 40. Guarantee it. Boom, there we are. So we'll put like more bus back. That's why you check, because we zoned. And then this bus actually didn't pick up any more customers, which is weird. Oh, you know why? Because people like to go to commercial. I keep saying this, and it keeps proving me right, but they don't come back. I don't know where they go. The Phantom Zone was my first hypothesis. My second hypothesis, I don't know. I gotta figure out another place, another dimension. You guys help me out. What other movies out there have goofy dimensions? I can't think of any right now. So I'm distracted by having to replace my plaza over there. So yeah, so people are piling up here because they're taking them to here, and then from here they're going to go to in here. They don't, but the fact that we put people here, I mean, this green bus, they don't care. They're not going back here. They're going, who knows where they're going. They're driving back. We'll just assume that they're driving back. even though we don't really have a lot of traffic going this direction. It's not like a streamline of cars going this way. It's pretty much the same amount of cars. But, you know, you get the joke, I hope. Oh, we'll keep this one alone. So we're good. We don't have any other forms of transportation. Oh, we can do some of these. Well, we'll do those. You guys can tell me how to do those. I don't understand how they work. I just put them out there and get the happy faces. And hopefully I remember to do it. Most of the times I do it and I forget. I think this was the plaza. So, look at all those people. All those people moving. Where are they going? Well, they're going to the bus stop to wait an eternity to get a bus ride. Like, literally an eternity. Oh, we had a building here. I'll keep an eye on. He's good. Our fishing, we need more fishing. Because he's running out of things to process. So it's probably costing us money instead of making us money. Alright, so if you go in here, there's like a tab with this, like, looks like a European bus. The tours. Kind of like, it's like, you see that in the movies. I've never been to Europe, but I've seen it in the movies. You got like those open top buses in Europe. And probably maybe they're in the US too. But that's what I see them in Europe. In movies that take place in Europe, we'll say. I never really use these. I don't really know how it works. I don't know if you put multiple down. I put one down once in my city and I got hot air balloons and it looked cool and it was a nice look. But I don't know if you put two down, do they drive from one to the other and you can create a route? Let me know in the comments. I don't know. I put one down and it floated around for a while. And I said, that's cool, but it took up a lot of space. And I said, you know, it's kind of expensive. Well, actually, it's not that expensive for 125 entertainment. So maybe we'll put one down. But I build parks everywhere, so it's, yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things. I don't really ever put the sightseeing bus tours. They're like bus routes that go between like these kind of things. But and it works really well if you have a lot of unique buildings, I think. Because then you got the unique buildings. You can, like, if you have like a kind of area where like you got a unique building over here and over here, maybe a couple like together that makes sense, and one over here, you can do like a bus route that they'll like want to go see. And maybe it's attractive. Maybe we'll try it out and see if we can get to work. It's part of the series. I just really don't really ever use them. I don't really see a need for them. But you know, there's a lot of things in this game you don't need, but you have, because it adds a different element to the game. So it's not like I'm trying to knock on the developers saying, no, why'd you put this in? Like taxis, I mean, you don't need them. I don't think they do anything really that helpful to your city. They probably hurt your city actually with traffic more than they help it with tourism. But you know, you might want to have them in there and to see little taxi cars driving around, right? So it's not necessarily all about, you know, being 100% optimizedly functional and all that stuff. So we're just going to do like a walking path in here, and then we're going to do a walking path that goes down to here. So we'll do like a walking path in here, a walking path in here, and then a path that maybe connects to. Get little smiley faces. So maybe we'll first start off at the booth there and figure out what's going on. Then we'll come here. Then we'll do some jumping. And then we'll take a break, get a snack. Maybe challenge somebody on chess. And then we'll do some more jumping. Then we'll sit in the gazebo. Then we'll go across the bridge, look at the water. Maybe have another hangout at the gazebo. Stop at the bathroom and come back, and then maybe we'll. No, it's not. We can add a stop. I don't know if we want to add another stop here. Maybe we'll come back. Well, then we'll leave. Do we want to grab a bite on the way out? Yeah, it's better to grab a bite on the way out. There you go. That's the path, and made it happy, and you get the little yay! I think it might increase the attractiveness of your park. Maybe we should have tested that. But we'll on the next one. We'll do it in the in here, and then we'll look at the attractiveness, see if it goes up. Like, is that why we're doing this? Is that really why we're doing this? I got detailing to do later. We'll fill this in with some trees and stuff. You guys give me plenty to do. We'll detail some stuff here. We gotta do something with these, and we gotta make sure these aren't getting too high level. He's not leveling up. These guys can level up a little bit, because they don't really get that much bigger. I think that's like the perfect height. I think I want to keep him there. I think he's going to stay that. Oh, I think he's going to stay that building for the rest of his life. Yeah, see, like, it looks kind of cool, right? Oh, this one got a little out of hand. But, you know, maybe these guys will grow up to be as tall as him, or close to. We'll see. We can always try and look and find one that we let go. Oh, this one we were letting go all the way. Well, see, the bus route goes along here, so these people are really happy with the bus. The bus route goes here, but there's no stop there, so he's probably like, yeah, I see the bus go by, but I don't get to, like, get a ride. I have to walk. So I'm not as happy. Alright, what were we doing? See? This is how you get distracted, and you forget that you're putting these little paths down, and then you don't do it. So maybe we'll go hang out at the kids' jumping thing over there. And we'll walk to the school, go swing on the swings. And maybe go to the park. Oh, is that another park? Oh, we gotta go walk our dog. Because the dog gotta go to the bathroom. We're gonna have him go over there. Then we'll come back. And then people are happy. Hey, maybe increase the happiness a bit. And then we'll say, yeah, well, like, what if I live over here? Maybe I'll, like, go to, like, the dog park. Take the dog for a walk. You know, get him a little exercise, hang out with the dogs. And then maybe we'll go hang out here. And what maybe we'll do, we'll stop for, once again, we'll stop for some lunch. And maybe we're not going to do as many things as the other person did. So maybe we'll, you know, trampoline a little bit. And we'll go back over here. But then we'll stop at this one. And then we'll take a break at this one. And then we'll come back. And then go home. There you go. And we're going home. Yeah, and there we go. I don't know. And then you can look at them. They're like a vehicle thing. I don't know what's good. I've had, like, in the teens. I don't know if that's good or not, because it's like the game is goofy, right? And this is another thing about transportation and what can happen, especially later in the game when the game's, like, slowing down. And you got, like, larger routes and stuff. What will happen is, like, you'll look at these stats. So, and if you can correct me if I'm wrong here, this is just my hypothesis. You look at, like, a bus route like this one, right? It's a long bus route. And it'll say, like, you know, 200 residents a week. Okay. But if you add up the numbers, it's probably close to 200, we'll say. Or you look at these numbers, and it's actually, like, you know, 180. And you're like, what do you mean? It's 200 a week. I got 180 people on the bus right now. Now, I mean, I know some of them are skipping stops and stuff like that, so there's some of that. And they'll say 35% cars, and all that stuff saved. But it's like I literally have, like, as many people on the route right now as I do residents per week. So you tell me it takes a week for the bus to drive through the neighborhood? That's a long time. So sometimes, and to me, I feel like the numbers are, like, weird like that. Like 200 a week, really? But I got, like, 200 people on the line right now. So you tell me if I have, like I said, you tell me it takes all, like, the bus to travel one week? Like, and if someone knows, like, how these numbers are calculated, that'd be great to know. Because maybe I'm just crazy. Well, I'm probably crazy aside from that, but you know what I'm saying, like, and I pointed out, like, when we have trains and stuff, and it's saying, and like, I had a ferry route that was a long ferry route on I think I was talking about another video on the city that had, like, a lot of rivers and stuff, and it moved a lot of people. I had, like, probably 15 ferries on the line. That's something where you can just jam. The only limitation on that is if the ferries are, like, queuing at the harbor, and then you can do, you know, the bigger ferry port. So if you have ferries, I don't know if you have ferries in the base game without the DLC. Let's take a look. No, it's mass transit. So, you know, you got the one stop and then you got the two stop. So you can have two ferries. So you know, that's one way to help it out is if you got, like, two ferry routes, like, they kind of cross, you know, one goes to the left and the other one goes to the right, and then they both stop at this one here, and they can, and they're, like, queuing because, you know, the one on this line is out and on docking and unloading, and this one's waiting for it. Then you can use this one, and then they'll both share the dock. It's a nice, like, transfer spot. So that's the only, like, limitation with the ferries is you know, they start queuing. But I think that line had like 15 or 17 ferries because it was a long line. Once again, the longer the line you stretch out the vehicles, you can fit more on there. And it probably moved, I don't know, 400, 500, 600. I forget. I could load that city up and look. It was a lot. It was like as much as like a monorail or a metro would move for like a vehicle that only has like 50, you know, spaces. It's a pretty good amount of people. But it would say like I moved like say 500 people, but I had like it said like 15 ferries on there with like 50 people. So 15 times 5 is more than 10 times 5. I know that much. It's probably about like half as high, more. I don't know, but I know it's about that much, right? So it's probably like 75-ish, maybe. We'll go with instead of 50, or 500, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 500, 750. That's 75. Yeah, I was off by a factor of 10 there. That's not too good as an engineer. You might blow something up, kill somebody doing that. But you get my point here. Is it'll say you have this much per week, but basically it's telling me that it takes longer it takes more than a week for a ferry to get to the stop. So if anyone can answer that question, you know, 10 years from now when my YouTube's become somewhat popular, maybe I have like 3,000 subscribers and 30,000 views, and I'm old and gray, and I've forgotten about City Skylines, maybe I'll get an answer in my inbox on YouTube. And goes, yeah, man, this is how it works. I'm like, what game is that? I'm on like City Skylines 4. Doing YouTube video? Yeah, I'm just joking, but if someone does say, watch this and they know, go for it. Put it in the comments, send me a message or whatever, however YouTube works. I don't know how YouTube works other than watching YouTube videos. So we'll do that. Alright, so what were we doing? We got talking about lines and ferries. I think we adjusted our buses. Our fishing routes are pretty much perfect. Slightly by like 1 or 2% inefficient, but we're just gonna let them ride. And we need more people, so we gotta make them come. Excuse me, have them come to our area here. I didn't know what I wanted to do here. Do we want to continue this here and then have smaller houses? Do we want to get rid of this block entirely? I don't know. I just don't really know. We have bus here, so we probably should put something bigger here. But maybe we'll do like a couple of these in a row. So we'll do like this. Like this. Oh, maybe we'll get rid of this one. We'll do this one. And then when these fill in, we'll put like some singles here, so we'll have some singles. Maybe we'll get like some of the ones that are like this, and the ones that are like more like in the back. Like, so we'll get maybe some of these ones, like a mix of these two. And look, okay, looks like we're getting this one here, there, and then we can go ahead and zone here now. We'll leave a gap, and if we want to do something later, we can. Same thing here. Maybe we'll do something like that. We'll do like a 2 by 2. We'll skip a space, 2 by 2, and then we'll do a 1 and a 1. And then when these fill in, we'll do like another 1, and then we'll leave a gap between, like these residences, like the houses. Or, you know, maybe we'll get rid of these houses for higher stuff. I don't know. Oh yeah, I think that's what we were doing. So let's go ahead and just remove these. Bye-bye. Remove. Do we want to remove these? I think so. Oh, that's not the right button. I'll remove those too. So we'll just get rid of those people. And maybe we'll remove these guys to here. Then we have like 3 homes here. So it's like, I don't know, what are we doing? We're going to remove these two, make this all high density block. I mean, that's kind of what we did there. So maybe that's what we'll do. And I'll forget about it in 10 minutes and then we won't do it. And he's stubborn, he don't want to leave. He really liked this house. I spent my whole life upgrading my kitchen. I think we did that last time. Bathroom. You know, I put a new deck on the back. Put these solar panels up. And now you gotta make me take them down. For what? A little apartment complex? Come on, really? Like, yeah, man, we need more people in our city. You just aren't cutting the bill, buddy. And then we're gonna do like high density along here, I think. So let's just get rid of this whole block of people. This whole block of people. Oh, that's not good. Hold the button. This we're gonna go back. Pause the game. So that was not good. I'll put that back. So I didn't want to get rid of this block. So hopefully the game didn't recognize that. And it might have. Then we want to do something like this. Like de-zone this piece. And then you can use this tool. De-zone that. And we can put some buildings here. What is this building? Is that a house? These are houses. Yeah, okay. I was confused. They almost look like the service buildings for some reason. These people aren't moving out, so that's a good sign. It's a good sign. And maybe we'll do like a 3x4 here. We'll do like a 4x4 somewhere in the middle. I think it can be a little taller here, but not like super tall. So maybe something like that. And I didn't count any spaces because then I was like, well, we'll work with what we got. So maybe we'll do like a 3x4. Is that what I did there? A 2x4. I think I did there. And maybe we'll do a 3x4 here. And we'll do like a little, kind of like a small like row of homes here. Something like that. Let me keep small. Maybe we'll let them get a little bit taller. Oh, that's a nice building. I like this building. You know what? We'll keep that. It's a little big for what I'm looking for, but I like it. I think I like the pink, man. I mean, I'm not a big fan of pink, but I just like having like the flamingo pink on it. I think we're gonna keep that. I had a pretty strong reaction, so I was like, oh man, that's awesome. And I like this building. I like these little side buildings here, so we're gonna keep these 3 like that. Yeah, and this kind of go together because I think it might even be the same asset. Sure is. It's just backwards. So let's make him get. Maybe he'll change color or something. Maybe get it slightly taller. I don't know. I like this building though, so I didn't want to have like this huge, big buildings in this small building. But what would his next level be? It's a good question. We're gonna try it, but then we gotta like monitor, which doesn't make for great film, but makes for a great city. So we're gonna do it. At least I'm gonna do it. You guys can go get a cup of coffee and go back in 3 episodes and see if we got the buildings we liked. I'm kind of liking how this is shaping out, like this these size buildings here. I wanted a long house, a long building, but this is what I got. We're gonna keep this one. We'll see how they upgrade to level 2. Then maybe we'll end up keeping them at level 2. And let's do this side too while we're here. We'll offset this a little bit so there's a little bit of space. And maybe we'll do like something different. You know, like a 4x3. Let's see what we get there. And then maybe we'll let that grow. We'll do something here, 4x4. And then maybe we'll do like a 2x2. Like we'll have a couple buildings like it's a little bit on top of each other. Maybe we'll leave a larger gap between these ones. You know? And then we'll do something like a 2x2 here. A 2x2 here. Maybe like 2 little top. Holy cow. What are you doing to my city? We're doing that. That's what they said. Construction contractor said we're doing that. And I said, oh jeez. I don't know if that doesn't look too bad. That's probably okay. But the question is, do we let it go? Or are we gonna go ahead and historicize it? What was that word I used? Historicalize it, maybe. That reminds me of Stephen Colbert. And Colbert Report, I used to watch that a long time ago. I don't watch TV that much. I play City Skylines and film it for YouTube. And I have a young son that keeps me busy. Aside from that, so I don't know what's going on in the world. Hopefully everybody's okay. I know there's a virus out there, hopefully, and it's getting bad. So hopefully people are taking their precautions. And just in case you're watching this 3 years from now, this is what day is it? Sometime in January, mid-January of 2021. I don't know the day. Maybe the 12th. We'll go with that. Maybe the 15th. I think it's payday, so we'll say it's the 15th. Sure, go with that. You make it whatever day you want, but it's got to be in January 2021, somewhere in the middle. And then you can just pick a day. We'll all be happy. But yeah, coronavirus is getting pretty bad. My wife's telling me, she's the one on the Facebooks and the and those feeds you get on your phone. I used to try those, but then they kept giving me the same stuff, and I was like, yeah, it's boring. I'm not going to do this. I'm play Cities Skylines instead. Talk to people about nonsense, craziness. A one-way conversation. But you guys talk back to me. It's just in my head and you don't hear it. Alright. I don't know what we want to do here. I like these buildings, but I don't know. It's the same as these. So, I don't like them. So try again, game. Impress me. Impress me with something else. Could we have made it a 2x3? Or would they, I think they would have overlapped, right? Yeah. Oh no, they wouldn't have. So let's do... No, you go away. You go here. And you go here. I think that will work. And it should, yep, building there and a building there. Although you didn't catch the footprint. So, no. Nice try. Try again. I want this footprint to catch right here. Maybe it won't build a building like on top of this building, like right on top. But it'll be, once again, we can have maybe the same building or something that looks pretty similar. Not that. I don't like this building at all. I mean, it's okay. But whoever designed this, is there a building out there that looks like this? Those stairs would scare the heck out of me going up and down them like that. Like maybe it's a fire escape. I see how he's like not doing like this piece. So maybe he's gonna be a 2x2 with some grass or something, with some trees in the back. So maybe if we blow him up, we'll get that. Because I just don't like that building. I don't know, something about it. I don't know. I feel like it's a rocket ship. But the rocket ship down here I liked. I like this one. So you know, sometimes you like something and when it levels up, sometimes you don't. See, now we're getting the same building, I think. Which is going to be the same buildings as these, but with the grass. That's what you're telling me. Like, yep, that's what we're telling you. Well, whatever. We'll level them up. Maybe we won't level these ones up as high as these ones, so then they'll be a little bit different. This is like way out of proportion. I'm a huge monster next to this little rinky-dink apartment complex. So I don't like that really that much. And then these people aren't just complaining anymore. So maybe we figured it out. Where are you going? We're returning to the facility. And we never put our fish market down or our intercity bus station. Well, we'll do that later. Maybe next episode. I think still make one more episode probably before waking up the kid, eating breakfast. It's so big. I don't know. And then maybe we'll de-zone some of this. So I think we wanted to do bigger buildings on our bike lane. I just, for whatever reason, remember that, and we'll keep this small. This is going to overload our bus line, by the way, and then we'll need to do tram because we're adding more people. Like I said, you always want to check your transit, especially when you're expanding and rezoning. Even if it's commercial, just people will find a different way. Excuse me, just had to get a nice big stretch in there, sitting in this chair for a while. So even if you're like, that ain't people, it's still going to change. You know, you put office, not going to change anything. Truck, you know, the industry won't change anything in terms really of your residents moving, but it'll change your truck traffic for sure. So, you know, you might be thinking more of like the cargo system. But then, you know, commercial, when you zone that, is people are going to move around. They're going to say, oh, there's a new shop down 3 tiles over. I need to get bread, you know. But like I live here, and like the bread store's right here. But there's a new bread store, like way over there. So I'm not going to go here. I'm going to drive all the way over there. Even though I could actually take my bike to the bread and get my bread and put, you know, like one of the bikes with the baskets on the front, like the ET. Yeah, I got an ET bike. And, you know, I could go here and just pick up my loaf of bread and my peanut butter and jelly and make my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. But instead of that, I'm going to drive, or I'm going to jump on the train or whatever mass transit we have that gets people from here to over there. And I'm going to go over there and buy my bread and my peanut butter and jelly. You know, who? No, no. Let me know. I know I should just put like a survey out. Do you like the peanut? Do you like the jelly? And I think I just saw peanut butter coming out of like a squeeze bottle. To me, that's just, you know, I'm a little older, so maybe, you know, the older you get, the more set in your ways you get, or you know, the more used to things you get. So like I'm used to like either the glass jar for the jelly or the you know, plastic container for, you know, the hard container for peanut butter, you know, like your Jiffy or your Skip or whatever, or your Walmart brand. You know, if you're in this household, it's probably Walmart brand or Aldi. But a shout out for Aldi. Yay, Aldi! What's Aldi? That's a good store. It's pretty low cost. If you don't mind eating store brand, you can probably save like 30-40% on your food budget just by switching stores to like Aldi or Walmart and get great value. You knock your food bill down by like near half. And you got a little extra money to buy stuff for City Skylines. Buy your DLCs. But yeah, I'm just curious if anyone knows what I'm talking about, if you think I've gone crazy or what. But yeah, I just don't, like, my wife got the like light sugar for like the kid, because, you know, he's growing up and we're giving him different foods, and it's like the jelly and the squeeze tube, and it comes out like a thin like sheet because it's like a slot, and it's just like, I put it on there and I was like kind of like mortified. But I ate it because, you know, just because it looks weird doesn't necessarily mean I'm not going to eat it, because I, you know, I still like to eat things. But it's just like, oh man, this isn't in a jar. What are you doing to me? She's like, oh, I know, but you know, like, I know. Let's see, we didn't get what we wanted here. Oh, this is what this turned into. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting we have a campus. I do. And this is what the building's just going to stay. This must be level 2. I was like, almost level 3 in a minute. I like this one, so maybe we'll keep this one. Oh, we want to let it go one more. I thought I had one of those down here. It was this one. So what happens when they change? Anything? I don't see anything. Oh, maybe I locked them up beforehand. I don't know. I kind of like that height, so we're going to keep it. I like blue. He's saying this thing. I'm just curious to see how, if he gets taller, or if he's just going to get like a little cool looking like this. Are we going to have another, is he? Or she? Sorry, I'm a guy, so I probably just default to he, but I don't mean anything by it. I mean, she, he, it, whatever you want to say. Let's see. How are schools doing? I haven't even looked. Yeah, that's good. And our high schools are doing pretty good. Remember, we were like way out there with high school demand. Like, we had the capacity and no one was going. Now people are going because we're zoning more. So we can get more people. And then we wanted to put like some bigger buildings in here. Maybe not too many. What is up with these buildings? These are not the buildings I was looking for. Did I not do that? Oh, that was... So I had recorded an episode and my mic was messed up. For some reason, the PlayStation audio wasn't coming through the headset. It was coming through the TV. But like me sitting there where I was, it sounded okay. So I went ahead and recorded it. It was the whole thing about buses. So I did that one twice. I actually did it worse the second time. I was killing it on the first one. It was just so smooth. I was just in the rhythm, but you couldn't hear it because like the music was too loud. So I had to trash that one. But then when I did that, I had noticed this, what we just noticed now, that when we zoned and painted this district, oh no, it changed. I changed it, but it didn't change here. Unless, is that just the skin? Maybe it is. Because remember, when I did this last time, I thought they were like this, but maybe that's just like the higher level. Okay. You know what? We'll roll with that. I was like, I thought this, so when I did this last time, it was snow, so they didn't have the color. They all looked like kind of like the same. And I was like, yeah, but they look different than other buildings in my city. So I'm assuming these are the ones I want, I guess, because it's painted, right? So maybe I did fix it, or maybe I kept that save file. I think I ended up keeping the save file. I don't know. Who knows what I'm doing half the time? I don't usually know. These guys are just doing whatever they're doing, so it's fine. What else can we do while we're waiting? Come back over here. Because I want to get the college going. And we can't get the college going without more people. I want to see what is it doing. Are we making money with the college? Yeah, like $1,000. That's not bad. So we have the works. That's cool. Our attractiveness is a little short. Oh, we're almost there. We got like 40 more people. It's like a handful of more buildings, or a handful of more people need to graduate, and then we need to throw down something to make this more attractive. So what have we thrown down that we got? We probably haven't thrown down the commencement building, so I don't see it anywhere. We might have that. The next level, I think we should get this one for renowned, and then this one for prestigious, right? It's right too. There's acclaimed is in there. Is that where we are now? Where does it say that? Or recognized. And then maybe acclaimed, renowned, prestigious might be the order. I can't remember. I can't remember. But let's look through here and see what we want to put down that maybe we haven't put down yet. Oh, there's a study. We haven't done the study. So maybe we'll do something like that off of here. Or then we can just put it here. I mean, it's not it might look nice around the rock, and then we can put a path around it. And then whatever trees it has, we can kind of like blend that in. I feel like that's like, this tree has got to be like the middle, don't you think? We can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be the fifth one, which would be the middle. Yeah. Alright. So it's probably pretty close. Close enough. When I'm doing this, you can't really tell, right? How close that is to know. Hold on to get your barf bag out. You can't tell if that's symmetrical or not, because you can't see it. We did the gym. We have the cafeteria, I see. We don't have the... Oh, we have the fountain. What else do we have? Oh, that was that one. I thought we have all the buildings down. So that probably should give us what we need. Oh, of course not. 20 more units. So I haven't written it down, and maybe this will be a homework assignment for me. And we don't have enough fishery still, because he's like, I still run out of stuff, man. You gonna make some stuff for me? Like, we need to put another fishery in here somewhere. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll do the fish farm, excuse me. Oh, alarm went off. It's got time to wrap this up. So when we come back, we'll put another fishery in. We'll do, we want to put the fish market in here. That might give us enough to get supplies to the fish market, and we'll do intercity bus. Kind of continue zoning, keeping our eye on our buildings aren't getting too crazy tall. In our city that's not really meant to be super tall, although we kind of got a little, oh geez, what happened here? Oh no. Well, I will keep you. I don't think he'll get any taller. Oh, we'll find out. We're gonna try it. He is this building here, right? Oh, I think we're gonna let it, because we do have some tall buildings, so you know. Oh no, this one got this tall, so we gotta go. Let's try. So let's see how it happens. I didn't want that to get that tall. I don't really want these ones to get that tall either, but well, anyway, like I said, we'll come back, we'll kind of manage that a little bit better. Keep an eye on it, we'll keep expanding, and push to the next milestone a little bit more. We'll consider, and maybe we'll look at the next tile where we want to expand to. Let's see if we can still upgrade some density in here. You know, like along our bike path near the schools and stuff, we can put some little bit higher density buildings, like the smaller stuff, and see, we can see and prove to ourselves that the university only works on low density and not high density. The university district style. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching. I hope it was somewhat informative and maybe slightly entertaining. And I'll see you on the next one.